Jacqui-Lee Pryce for Shadowboxruk UK. I'm here with a lovely Maisey Rose. How are you, darling?
I'm all good. How are you? Long time no see. It's been ages, isn't it, really?
It has. It is so weird. It is so weird. Firstly, I have been watching you from afar, and I have to say, oh my God, welcome to the pros.
I know, welcome to the pros. I've been pro for about 2 years now. It's gone flying by, but yeah, it's much different to the amateurs from when we last spoke. I'm enjoying it so much more. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm able to be myself a little bit more, you know? And yeah, I'm loving it, absolutely loving it.
So you have taken to the pros like a duck to water. That's the first thing I'm going to say. You're making waves in the female division. First woman to train out of the Matchroom gym. Hello.
I know. Takes some going, that, doesn't it? But no, it's good, you know, and I always like to be the first to do something. But with that becomes pressure, and with that becomes, like, you can't really compare yourself to anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, being the first woman out of Tony's gym, we say it all the time, I'm the benchmark. I'm the person that's like, I don't know if I'm doing good, don't know if I'm doing bad, don't know if I'm running fast enough, strong enough, or whatever, but it's something that I've done before, and something that I'll continue to do. Do you know what I mean? And now we have a few more girls joining the gym, and we're going to see if I'm any good or not. Do you know what I mean? But no, I'm doing well. I'm making achievements and I'm making steps, and greatness is what I wanted to achieve. So being in the gym I'm in, it's only going to end one way.
Absolutely, absolute blessing. Let's just take it back a little bit. First of all, you said about the benchmark. I absolutely agree, but I don't think it's a bad thing. So going back to the fact that you said, you know, you can be a little bit more of yourself in the professional scene. And what I think you mean by that is, listen, your style wasn't always appreciated, was it, in the amateur scene? Are you now able to sort of blossom, let go of all of that, and really show truly who you are inside and outside the ring?
No, of course. So as an amateur, it's been like a classic Repson style, but it's a bit more like, I don't know, it just never really suited to what the England boxing judges would always want. Do you know what I mean? They've always wanted all of whatever, a load of rubbish really in my eyes. But to be able to use that and to use your own, I don't know, like your own self, your own personality in the professionals, that's what they want, and that's what people tune in to watch, you know? And yeah, I've made it a little bit more aggressive in the pros because that's what I've been told to do, and that's what people want to watch, you know? But I still keep it a little bit flamboyant, a little bit sassy. But yeah, I'm loving it.
It's great because it's almost like you've been given permission to let that flair out. And I have to say, Maisey, having known you since a kid, I am not just, I'd say pleasantly surprised how quickly that you're putting all these pieces together. Your timing, your flair, your boxing ability, all those pieces are coming together really quickly. Do you put that down to, I mean, obviously you've got a great coach in Tony Sims, but do you put that down to the fact that he's believed in you and he's allowed you to be who you are?
Yeah, of course. So I've got the the honour of being trained by Tony Sims and John Ryder. That in itself, it can turn anyone into a champion, you know. But I say it's all about learning in the pros. You know, I've only really boxed one ever journeywoman, like in quotation journeywoman, and from then I've been stepping up and having to be stepping up. You know, from my second fight I've been fighting women that have had winning records, and that is where you learn it the most. You know, that's where all your things in the pro, you're going to be learning things off of women that have been in there and done it before, and you pick that up, and then the next fight you use it, and then the next fight you use it, you know. And to be stepping in the ring with women that are as experienced and good as I was when I boxed them anyways, and that's what it's all about. You know, watching the boys in the gym, they're all doing it, and you pick things off each other. And we're still learning now. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Absolutely nowhere near. Not even 1% near where I want to be. But I'm doing all right. I ain't been chinned yet, so we're doing all right.
You ain't been chinned, but I tell you what, you talk about learning. What have been the highs and lows to date, and what have you learned about yourself?
I say the highs of it all is, I don't know, it's just, I say it's a tough one, because if you would have asked me this before my last fight, I would have said been fighting on big shows and stuff like that. And that's always fun, and that's always something that I'd never take for granted, because there's so many fighters out there that would kill to be in the position that I'm in. But I'd say now it'll be overcoming my loss would be a high, if that makes any sense, because I never experienced or wanted that to happen, and I never, ever dreamed of it. And I had a lot of going on or whatever, but that can always be using its excuse, you know? But in hindsight, it's a beautiful thing.
Maisey, you don't know how happy I am to hear that, because it's what you do after a loss that defines you. And you've come back, you've pushed yourself down, and you've gone, OK, now I can just almost, like, that fear has gone, hasn't it? That fear of losing the O has gone.
Exactly. So, and that's what, like I said in the press conference, this modern day boxing, if someone's O's got to go, and if you stay undefeated, that's how you're the best boxer in the world. No. If I see someone that has, I don't know, 50-0, I'm going to think they've got a padded record. Do you know what I mean? And that's not what you want. I want to be fighting the best people early in my career. My 7th fight, I took a gamble and I boxed someone that's incredible in the boxing world. Do you know what I mean? And I'm stepping up. I'm fighting women that I've never boxed someone under the age of 30. I'm just turned 24. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a baby in the sport, but that's what I want to do. I'm a fighting woman. I like beating anyone. I like bashing them up, I like chinning them, but if you don't learn along the way, then you're never going to know how good you really are.
100%. And the thing is, there was a lot of praise around you, and there still is a lot of praise around you, quite rightly so. But sometimes I think in this industry we can get rushed a little bit. We see a talent and we get a little bit greedy, a bit grabalicious. We want to see it all. I think the loss will be the thing that defines you, Maisey, because I see all those pieces getting put together. And what else have you learned technically? Did you go back and did you have a look at the fight and go, oh my God, I love that, but oh shit, I didn't quite like that?
Do you know, it's the thing I learnt the most is to listen to yourself more than anything. And I could sit here, I'll tell you, the camp went unbelievably perfect. I made weight easy, I was fit, everything was flying, but something in my head, my mentality, not my mentality because I always want it, but things that are going outside of the boxing world is something that I didn't address would I don't know, impact me, because you know what it's like, it's ego, it's pride, and everyone thinks that, oh yeah, no matter what, I'll be alright on the night, and it turns out I wasn't alright on the night, and it all went out the window. It's like nothing was working, you know. So that's what I mean by in hindsight. It's not that I won't train hard, I won't diet better, I won't this one, that. That's what I do day in and day out. I'm an athlete, boxing out of Tony Sims's gym. You can't hide and you can't run in that gym. But if your mindset is swayed and something's a little bit off, you've got to listen to it, because I'm a fighting woman. I love it. But if it ain't right, it ain't going to be right.
You talk about mindset and you talk about things being right. So sometimes, again, we'll go back to all the opportunities. You were being moved along quite quickly. Nothing wrong with that. But was it hard to then turn down all of these opportunities? Because sometimes you kind of have to hone in and do what's best for you.
Do you know what? The best piece of advice that John Ryder ever said to me was like, if you're ever doubting something, you take no shame in saying no. And that's something that I wish that I'd listened to more, because I've had, like, I think in my first 5 fights were in 10 months, and I'm fighting on big shows. I think one fight was 3 weeks after the next, and after that was 2 weeks after. Then it was like boom, 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 and I was getting like thrown around everywhere, and I was knackered. You know what I mean? But I never really, I just went with, like, rolled with it. And then obviously my next few fights, and then my last fight, whatever happened, I got a loss. I remember John sitting me and he was telling me, if something's that little bit off, do not take any shame, because you'll be shameful once you've lost afterwards. And I was sitting there with a 1 on my record, thinking I should have been listening to him. Do you know what I mean? But you got to learn the hard way. And now my ego and my pride's gone. Nothing matters really anymore. Do you know what I mean? Apart from me becoming a world champion.
Let's just take a minute for John Ryder. Yeah. Let's just take if we had a candle, we'd hold it up. What a quality fighter.
That's it. The thing is with John, he's been there. He's been there, he's done it. He's been dropped by promoters. He's, I don't know, he's boxed the best in the world in Canelo. He's been beat, he's been dropped, he's been get up, he's beat the best, he's been robbed, he's been this, he's been absolutely everything, you know. So if I was going to listen to anyone in the boxing world, I should really be listening to him. Do you know what I mean? And I've been training with him this camp, alongside Tony as well, but mainly John. And to listen to what he says and to things he sees and stuff like that, you can tell he's really seasoned and he knows what he's talking about. And he also gets the mindset bit of it. And He's a good geezer. He's a good geezer, but on Friday the 13th, I'm going to do what Canelo didn't do. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do a few, I don't know. Hopefully they stay down when I eat them. Do you know what I mean?
I'm loving this this new development, and I think it's gonna really help you. And he's sorry, I'm actually coughing, spluttering. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry about that. You're being promoted by the best. You have one of the best in the business, you know, or the best in the business, some of the best in the business, I should say, coaching you. It can be easy, though, to kind of get a little bit hidden in that all of that sea of talent. How important is it, you know, to be on these sort of cards like the New Dawn card on December the 13th?
It's good. You know, the thing is that, I don't know, which stands out to me the most is that I've been able to see and appreciate how much work has been put into the cards to make sure it happens. Do you know what I mean? It's really easy. Like, whenever we box on our Matchroom shows or whatever, we just turn up the Wednesday, do a media workout, you go home, back to the hotel, you turn up the Thursday, press conference, weigh in, fight night. Do you know what I mean? Everything is sorted out for you, and all you've got to do is be there, you know? Get transport, everything. It's like a life of luxury. But this time I've been able to see the stress and the hard work needed to put in, the matchmaking, the gloves, I don't know, making sure people have got opponents, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that, and all of this, making weight and all of that. Do you know what I mean? And you don't really get a chance to appreciate it. And it makes it that little bit more exciting to put on a massive show for Friday the 13th and to make sure we sell loads of tickets, because that's what it's all about. Not only because they're our own, but because they put so much work into making it perfect. That's the least we can do. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. I like that line of thought. So, what are the top 5 things on your Christmas wish list?
Christmas wish list. Oh. See, I'm not really a picky person. I don't really bother about presents, but at the minute, if you ask me right now, I'd love a chicken tikka madras, probably. Coconut rice. I love a Chinese, maybe.
So where would that come on the list, though? 1 to 5?
Okay, number 1 would be a chicken madras with coconut rice, number 1. Number 2, oh, mate, it might have to be sweet and sour chicken balls, yeah? Brilliant. Number 3, a packet of beef hula hoops. I'd kill for a packet of beef hula hoops. Number 4, I'm going to say, you know them Dairy Milk snowballs?
I don't like them.
You don't like them? I've got a packet at home and they've been looking at me for the last week. It's been fine. Number 5, I think it might have to be a lay down in bed probably for about a week. That's all I want.
I was going to say, that list is all made up of food, so we're not thinking about food, are we?
No, I know. But you might think it's dramatic, but that's all I really need. Don't need anything else.
I like it. Finish this sentence. If I was in Fury's corner on December the 21st, I would
ruin Usyk's work. That's what I tell him to do. What do you mean? Oh, wait, I think I've got a little bit sway of what you're talking about. If I was in Fury's corner, the fighter...
No, if you were giving him advice.
I'd tell his dad to shut the fuck up. First of all, sorry for swearing. Secondly, I'd tell him to, I don't know, to beat Usyk, you have to either you box the fighter and you fight the boxer. Yeah? Usyk can do both, and that's why it's a little bit scary. He can punch as well. So either grab him, throw him around a little bit, tire him out, throw a low blow. Why not? You're allowed to do it until you get told off for it. You know what I mean? You play to the ref. Grab him round, throw him round, blah, 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 do that, headbutt him, round the corner, up the side, and chin him. That's what I do.
Quality advice. Quality advice. And can we have, just lastly, a bit of Chaz and Dave?
Oh, don't, because the thing is, I've not embarrassed myself. That was a little bit of a secret that I didn't want to tell anyone. When I was younger, I remember I boxed for one of the London titles, that I can't remember which one, and I walked out to London girls, Chaz and Dave.
I'm switching this off right now, Maisey. Right now.
It's brilliant. I was having my shoulders out. No, it's a national fun. I had my shoulders out like this. I was like, proper going. I was like that. My mum nearly had a night. She was like, this girl's 13. No, not 13, like 15, walking out to Chaz and Dave. First of all, how do I know about Chaz and Dave? Secondly, how much swag do you need to walk out to Chaz and Dave? Enough, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Maisey, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Listen, looking forward to seeing you out again on Friday night. Wishing you all the luck.
Thank you. Thanks.